Okay, so let's take some time to settle and arrive. And have everything you need for the practice. For this practice, you may need a strap. Have your cushion, maybe some water. And then coming to the mat and laying on your back with your knees bent in the semi-supine position. And the good thing about recordings is that we can always pause them and develop our own practice and work with areas that we may feel need a little honing, a little fine-tuning. So it's always an option. But as you take this time to settle, dropping into your back body, feeling that support underneath you, and really feeling supported. The earth enables that sense of dropping back into it. No forcing, no searching, no gripping, just being. And just like the element of water, allow everything to settle, the mind and the body, very much like water, easily disturbed. But when it's left alone, it becomes still, clear, and mirror-like. So just take a moment to notice any gripping in the body. Bring the chin gently in towards the chest. And as you settle back, begin to notice the breath. And as we notice the breath, we maybe notice subtle sensations. And just this noticing, this moment of noticing can allow us to become more alive. Notice how it weaves its way into and out of your body. A sound or a texture. And let this breath serve as an anchor to your experience. It keeps you here and now. And just begin to deepen your breath as it slows down, becomes more full. And inviting the breath into the belly, this boneless belly, this empty space. And the breath is always here as an anchor. And we're taking time to create space for the breath. And this session again, we'll be thinking about considering the out breath, working with a count of 4 in and up to 4-8, working in a way that feels right for you. So we'll work progressively. But as you breathe, allow the mind to soften. And this allows the muscles to soften too. And as the belly rises and falls, there's a sense of that space with the breath. The release of the diaphragm. And as you begin to lengthen the out-breath, just having a sense of decompressing, letting go of any charge in the nerves, in the chest, breathing it out. And then as we work up to our count of 4 in and 8 out, this internal count, we'll begin with a count of 4, 4 to become steady. So it's a slow count in for 4 and a slow count out for 4. And it's said that when the breath is steady, that the mind will become steady too. And you might choose to include the Ujjayi breath, where we take the breath through the throat, creating that slight sound in the back of the throat. Closing the throat slightly, making the breath more slow, more long, more deep. And then we'll begin to lengthen the out-breath. So after your next exhale, inhale 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale 2, 3, 4, pause, inhale 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then return to your natural breath. So we start wherever feels right when we're beginning to work with the breath. There's no struggle or stress. We breathe in, we breathe into a capacity of 80%, so we're not straining the body in any way. And this will develop and increase over time. But it's more important that we work with a count that feels right for us. So let's return to that, but this time include the movement of the arms. So the arms come down beside the body. As we inhale, we'll take the arms up and back. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 2. Return them back down beside the body and pause. And again, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's all about the out-breath. It's all about releasing the charge that builds up in the body. Using the exhalation, cooling the mind down, cooling down the brain and the heart. Working to an exhale that feels right, maybe 6 or maybe 7. Maybe 8. And when you've completed, just begin now to take both arms back overhead, interlace the fingers, turn the palms away and extend the legs long. And again, have that sense of creating space in the body for the breath, in the joints. Hey, breathing out. And then drawing the knees in towards the chest into Uttanasana. And just pausing in Uttanasana, softening there. And again, just noticing subtle sensations of the body. Notice how it feels. Release the lower back, any tightness, any gripping in the lower back. And then with the knees together, place the hands on the knees and begin to create those small circular movements with the knees together. And again, noticing sensations, notice how it feels. Maybe making those circles a little larger. Easing out the lower back and then the opposite way. Using the ground, dropping into the back body, feeling the movement from the belly. And let's take one more round in this way. And then when you return back into Uttanasana with the knees into the chest, separate the knees and take the arms through the center line and hold the lower legs. And as you breathe into the belly, just allow the lower body to be open, sense of space for the breath. Allow the knees to drop out to the sides, shoulders soft. Breath in the belly. Breathing into the belly, breathing out from the belly. And then bring the knees back in towards you, back into Uttanasana. And place the left foot on the mat with the left knee bent. Bring the right knee in towards you and raise the right lower leg into stirrup posture and hold the outside of that right foot. And this is where you may be helpful to have a strap if you have a long lower leg. And as you breathe out, drawing that right knee towards the right armpit. Keep the upper body nice and soft, keep the throat soft. Notice any tightening. And the sole of that foot facing up towards the sky. creating space in that right buttock. If you're working more strong, you may extend that left leg long, and from the belly, back of the left knee drops down. Still the breath remains in the belly. And let's take one more breath here, and then sliding that left foot back, bringing both knees back in towards the chest into Uttanasana, and gently rolling from side to side, warming up the upper body. And then the other side, plant the right foot down, bring the left knee in towards you, raise the lower left leg up so that it's vertical, and hold the outside of the foot and take some breaths to encourage that knee towards the armpit, softening as you breathe out, using the out breath to lengthen through the back of the thigh, sole of the foot facing the sky. And for some of us this will be enough, and if you're working a little further, just extend the right leg long, back of the right knee drops down. Flex the right foot. Taking the breath into the left buttock, creating space there, breathing out any friction, any tightness. Let's take one more breath here. And then sliding that right foot back towards you, back into Uttanasana. And again, just rolling from side to side in Uttanasana. Easing out, massaging out any friction in the upper back. And then when you center into full stirrup, for those that might choose to come into full stirrup, where you separate the legs, hold the outside edges of both feet. And if that doesn't work for you, just maybe have a sense of holding the backs of the knees and separating the knees. And then that little roll from side to side again, either holding the outside edges of the feet in full stirrup or behind the backs of the knees with the knees separate. And if the back of the neck lifts, then tends to mean that you've gone too far. You can always place your head on a block. And then back into Uttanasana, give the knees a hug. And then slowly extend both arms back overhead, raise both legs up as if you're planting the feet on the ceiling. And then that long, slow out breath as you move back into Uttanasana, decompressing. And twice more in this way. Inhale, arms extend back, work into the fingers, work into the heels. Exhale into Uttanasana. From the belly. And when you've completed your 3 movements, pause in Uttanasana, knees to chest, and keeping the knees in towards the chest, slowly extend the arms out to shoulder level. For the spinal twist, keeping the thighs quite close to the belly. Inhale, take the knees over to one side, working with control. Root down through the hands and the arms. Inhale back into the center. And exhale over to the opposite side. And twice more in this way. Feel the movement coming from the belly. When you've taken your movement, your 3 movements, then plant the feet back down onto the mat and continue with our standard spinal twist. Inhaling into the belly, and as you exhale, drop the knees down, pause at the end of the exhale. Inhale, center, pause before you exhale. And just slowly taking the knees from side to side in this way. long out breath, allowing the navel to come in towards the spine. Gently moving the head in the opposite direction to the knees. Notice how the neck responds. Keep the chin gently drawn in towards the chest. Keep the fingers involved. And feel it. Notice how it feels to move in this way. And let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed that round, returning back into your semi-supine position, take the breath down into the belly. Feel centered, nose in line with the navel. Again, just dropping into the back body. And as we work with the bridge, the invitation again is to return to our count of 4, 8, but in a progressive way. So we'll begin with the standard bridge and with the count of 4 in and 4 out. So give to the feet, toes nice and relaxed, no gripping. Inhale 4 to come up into the bridge. And the pause before the exhale as you return the spine down. So 4 in and 4 out. And maybe each time coming up a little bit higher. And let's take one more round in this way. And then pause. And then we'll work with our count of 4 in and then out for 5, out for 6, out for 7, maybe out for 8. And we'll include the arms in this next movement. So we start with the arms down beside us. As we inhale for a count of 4, we come up into the bridge and we take the arms up, back overhead. And we pause there. And when the exhalation arrives, we return back down for a count of 4. And then as we continue in this way, in for 4 and then out for a count of 5. In for 4. Exhale for a count of 6. And just notice how it feels when we lengthen the breath in this way. With each exhalation, the capacity to release, to surrender. And the mind softens and much more sense of spacious awareness. And breath slow. And when you've completed, coming into Apanasana, bringing the knees in towards the chest, just in your own time. Inhale, the head comes up towards the knees. And then when you lower the head, circling the ankles, spreading the toes, excuse me, waking up the feet. And then return the feet back down to the ground. And just pause and take some breaths, some resting breaths. Just notice how you feel with each out breath. Just that sense of release, sense of decluttering. And then either rolling up or coming onto your side to come up to sit. Come and sit on your cushion or your blankets. Sit nice and comfortably. And just allow the hands to come forward. Come into a slight forward bend. Allow the head to drop to release the back of the neck, and maybe the palms come down, maybe the forearms come down. Just notice how it feels. Kind of rounding in the back body. Gazing forward. Just coming to a place that feels okay. Slowly walking the hands back towards you. And take the right hand onto the left shoulder and massage the left shoulder. Any tightness. Easing the left shoulder out. And then the other side, take the left hand onto the right shoulder. Massaging the right shoulder. Then returning the hands either side of the body, and as you inhale, raise the arms, both arms up. Palms come together. If the neck allows, gaze up towards the hands. And as you breathe out, turn the palms away. As you slowly return the arms back down beside you, return the head all the way down beside the body. And then go again, inhale, raising the arms up, looking up between the palms. And feel that sense of lifting the torso away from the pelvis. And then exhale, return the arms, center the head. Do this a couple more times, inhaling. Feel that length through the belly. Tendency is that we collapse the belly. And in our practice, we're looking to create that space between the torso and the pelvis. So it's a real sense of lifting up. And And when you next return the arms back down beside you, just pause there, but come up onto the fingertips. And so we have those tulip hands. The palms come uppermost, and we're just resting on the tips of the fingers and the thumb. And the shoulder blades move down the back body. A sense of length through the spine, crown, in line with the tailbone. And then we'll do a little bit of work on the shoulders. So place the hands, clasp the hands, the back of the head. Allow the shoulders to drop down the back body, elbows nice and wide. Inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bring the elbows together as you round the back body. So inhale to open, lift the chest, collarbones wide. Exhale, rounding the back body as the elbows come towards each other. And again, just continuing in this way. Rounding and opening the back. Let's take one more movement in this way. And then release the arms back down beside you, back onto fingertips. Lengthen up through the spine. Gently draw the chin in towards the chest. And then extend the legs long. And you can remain on your cushion if you choose to. Ardha Matsyendrasana. So we're bringing the right foot over the left leg. Planting that foot down. And holding the right knee with the left hand. Facing forward and extend the right arm out in front of you. Inhale, raise the right arm up, look up to the hand, and exhale, take that arm behind the back of the body. Again, coming onto fingertips. And that gentle rotation through the upper body. The left hand encouraging the right knee into the center, rooting down through the sitting bones. Gradual process. Rotating the upper body into the neck. And then as you come out of it, bringing that back hand back and over, releasing the right leg, and shake the legs out. And then the other side, bring the left foot over the right leg, drop the right knee down, flex the toes of that right foot. Use the right hand to encourage the left knee into the center line. Notice how it feels. Extend through the left arm forward. Inhale, raise the left arm up. Gaze up towards the fingers. And then allow that left arm to drop down behind the back body as you slowly begin that process. Like gradual rotation from the tailbone up through the spine into the neck. Gazing back with each out breath, deepening that twist. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep the eyes at horizon level. Keep breathing out. And then when you return that back arm into the center, release the legs, shake the legs out. And as we come into Paschimottanasana, forward bend, we're returning to our count of 4, 8 to develop that forward bend. So inhale, raise the arms up beside the head for a count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, forward bend, 2, 3, 4. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4. Pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Knees can be soft. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Arms come up. Exhale, 2, 3. Soften. 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. Inhale, final time. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause in your forward bend. Soften into your forward bend. And then bend the legs. Plant the feet on the ground with the knees separate, feet separate, and just drop the body over the legs, rounding off the back body. Just a gentle counter pose. Taking the breath into the back. Again, letting go of the head, dropping the neck. Breathing out. And then sending the feet back and coming onto all fours to your tabletop posture. And preparing for your cat. Spread the fingers, wrists underneath the shoulders. And that gentle inhale as you drop the belly. And the head goes back if the neck allows. And the pause there, feeling that length through that belly, feeling the space through the belly. And then as you breathe out, long out breath, chin in towards the chest. And the navel travels up towards the spine. Just continue to work in this way. Just feeling the spine awakening, feeling vibrant, alive. Rooting down through the hands. A bit of space between the knuckles. And that sense of space between the vertebrae. Let's take one more round in this way. And then when you come back into your tabletop posture, have the gaze forward and slowly extend the right leg back and plant the ball of the right foot on the ground. And take some out breaths. Use the out breath to encourage that heel down towards the ground. Notice the tendency to drop the head, keep the back of the neck nice and strong. Encouraging the heel towards the ground to create some length through the back of the leg. Let's take one more round in this way. And then slide the leg out to the side so that the right foot is in line with the right hip. The ball of the foot again is on the ground. And then rooting down through the left hand, inhale, raise the right arm up and gaze towards the fingers of the right hand, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, open. And exhale to return the arm back. Again in this way, inhale, lift, open, and exhale to lower. Once more, inhale, and exhale to lower. Slide that right foot back, bring the right knee back into line, into your tabletop, And just gently move into a downward dog, transition into a downward dog, tuck the toes, slowly lift the knees, and that long out breath as you lengthen through the spine. And the lower belly comes in up towards the spine. Good. Let go of the neck, release the neck. And then when you take one more breath here, and then drop the knees down. We'll repeat that on the left side. Take the left leg back, tuck the toes under, onto the ball of the left foot. So that as you breathe out, there's a sense of space at the back of the left knee. Using the out breath to encourage that heel towards the ground. Without dropping the head. Gaze slightly forward maybe. And then sliding that left leg out to the left side, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Heel lifted slightly, leg in line with the hip. And then rooting down through the right hand, inhale from the belly, raise the left arm up, gaze towards the left hand, exhale to lower. And go again in this way, inhale up. And feel that length through the belly, through the front of the body. Let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed that round, slide the leg back and come back into your tabletop. And again, transition into downward dog. Tuck the toes, slowly begin to lift the knees, head between the arms. Breathing out into your downward dog. And then drop down onto your knees, send the knees nice and wide, have the arms extended forward, long-armed child pose. Forehead down in contact with the ground. And then gently gaze forward between the hands and come up onto tulip hands again. Lift the palms up onto the pads of the fingers, the thumb. And then return back into long-armed child pose. Take some breaths. And then move into downward dog again. Transition into downward dog and use the out breath. Lower belly comes in and up. Hang out in your downward dog. And then slowly walk the hands and the feet together in whatever way feels right for you. And then very slowly coming up to stand in Tadasana. The head's the last thing to come up. Very slowly lifting the head. And pausing in Tadasana. Drop the shoulder blades down. Feel the ground underneath the feet. The breath returns to the belly. And then place the hands on the hips. And keeping the feet rooted to the ground, just soften one knee. And then return it, and then soften the opposite knee, and then return. And just notice how this feels. Loosening up the hips a little. And then continue with that, but this time lifting the heel up from the ground as you soften the knee. And then lowering that heel back down. Notice how the knee responds. Notice how the heel responds. And then from here we're coming into chair posture, Utkatasana. So inhale, take the arms either side of the head, beside the ears, and allow the knees to come forward and the buttocks to drop back. And the feet are about hip distance apart here. And notice how the knees and the hips respond. Into chair posture. And then inhale up and release the arms. So working in a way that feels okay for you in chair. And we're going to take that into a forward bend. And the forward bends always invite that exhalation, that deep exhalation. So we're keeping the knees bent in that forward bend. So we inhale, raise the arms up, come up into chair. And exhale, forward bend. Pause at the end of the exhale, inhale, bring the arms up, pause there. And exhale, forward bend. If you find that this feels challenging, you can always bring the hands onto the hips and maybe just come down a little way. But if you're happy to, bring the arms all the way down into your forward bend. And again, look to lengthen the out breath. Good. And let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed that round, come back into Tadasana, bring the hands to the heart. And prepare for our standing vinyasa, our standing sequence. When the inhalation arrives, take the arms out to the side, palms together, gaze up towards the hands. Exhale, forward bend, emptying out. Inhale halfway. Exhale, decompress. Deep inhale, give to the feet as the arms come out to the side to bring you up. Gaze up between the hands. Exhale, hands to the heart. And twice more in this way. Notice how it feels. Filling the body with the breath, nourishing, nurturing as you breathe in, emptying out as you breathe out halfway, flat back. Long out breath. Deep inhale. And when you've completed your 3 movements, back into Tadasana with the hands back to the heart, the Hridaya, where the in-breath meets the out-breath. And then from here, we're moving by taking that, lunging into that left leg. So same vinyasa. Inhale, the arms up, gaze between the hands. Exhale, palms stay together, forward bend. Knees can stay soft if they need to. Inhale halfway. Looking forward. Exhale, emptying out. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Toes tucked under. Looking forward. And then drop the left knee down and bring both hands, rise up onto the right knee. Inhale, raise the arms up, high kneeling warrior 1. And exhale, hips forward. Inhale back. Exhale, hips forward and back. One more time in this way. And then lower the arms either side of that front foot. Tuck the back toes under, a little bit of forward and backward motion. And the back leg comes up, step the feet together into Uttanasana. Deep inhale, arms bring you up. And exhale, hands to the heart. And then the other side. Inhale, raise the arms, look up between the hands. Exhale, palms together, forward bend. Inhale, halfway. Pause. Exhale. Deepen that forward bend. From the belly, slowly take the right leg back. Come onto the ball of that left foot, looking forward. Right foot. Drop the right knee down. Rise up onto the left leg. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hips forward. High kneeling, Virabhadrasana 1. And again, if the arms feel too strong to keep them raised, you can always place the hands on the hips. Always listening to what feels right for the body. Let's take one more movement in this way. And then return the hands down either side of that front foot and swivel round into your wide open forward bend. Hey, breathing out. Inhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Bring the front of the body up to stand. Just release the hands, keep the legs wide. And prepare for Warrior 2. Turn the right foot out, left heel in. Bend the right knee, float the arms up. Turn to gaze at the middle finger of the right hand. Soft gaze, breath in the belly. Creating strength and stamina, strong back leg, rooting down through the back heel. Shoulders soft. Let's take one more breath here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then bring the back hand down onto the back leg. Turn the front palm up. Bring that front arm up and over the head. Look up to the top arm. And if that feels too strong, turn to gaze towards the back hand that's on the back leg. And open up the right side of the body. And then deep inhale. Return the arms back to shoulder level. Release the hands, square the feet. Chin to chest, chest to chin. And then the opposite side, turn. Raise the arms, the back heel, right foot turned out 45 degrees, front knee bent into Warrior 2. Soft gaze, turn the head, work into the fingers, lift and open the heart, use the out breath to extend into the fingers. From the ground upwards. Soft gaze, soft jaw. And then from here, turn the front palm up. Take the back hand onto the back leg. And as you bring that front arm up and over, gaze up towards the back, up towards the top hand or the back hand, whichever feels right for you. Opening up the left side of the body. Keep the front knee bent. One more breath in this way. And then deep inhale. Return the arms back to shoulder level. Come into your wide angled forward bend. And then very slowly swivel towards your front foot, the front of your mat. Move into downward dog. From downward dog, come into your plank, and then slowly lower yourself down onto your front body. Turn the head to one side. Have the arms down beside you, and take some breaths. Good, and then we'll work on a back strengthening posture. But if you're protecting your back in any way, then the invitation is to come into Sphinx. So either settle in your Sphinx or if you're working a little bit more strong, bring the forehead down onto the mat, have the arms down beside you. If that doesn't feel right, you can always place your chin on the mat, but preferably having the forehead down, so it creates some length in the back of the neck, and the arms down beside you and the palms facing the ground. And then as you inhale, take the breath into the belly and raise the head and the chest. Tailbone points down and away, and then exhale to return. So the back of the neck stays long. Inhale to come up, as if you're filling the belly with the breath, and it allows that sense of floating up. The hands can remain in contact with the ground, or if you're working more strong, then the palms too come up, but the feet stay down, the toes stay down. So you're engaging the whole of the back body. So this strengthens the back, it improves your posture. Taking the breath into the belly as you raise the head, the chest. The arms can come up or they can stay down. Let's take one more movement in this way. And then when you come down, come all the way down, turn the head, take some breaths. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders to come up into child pose, rounding the back body. Have the arms down beside you. Just settle in your child pose. And take the breath into that lower back. Breathing into the back body, breathing out from the back body. And then coming up to sit for your pranayama practice. So have everything you need for your relaxation. Your socks, blankets, and come to sit on your cushion. Legs crossed or sitting back on the heels in whatever way feels right for you. But if you're coming into a cross-legged position, again, maybe bring the hands forward in front of the body so that the weight comes forward on the sit bones. And then when you return, nice upright spine. Make sure the nostrils are nice and clear. And we're going to work on a pranayama practice called the 9 clearing cycles. And we start by closing the right nostril, and we're just breathing in through the left nostril for 5 breaths, counting 5 in and 5 out. So 5 seconds in, pause, and then a count of 5 seconds out and pause. So just the left nostril, spine nice and upright, chin gently drawn in towards the chest, breath in the belly. The breath moves from the belly upwards as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, it returns back down into the belly. And the count is slow and steady. And when you've completed your 5 rounds through the left nostril, close the left nostril and take 5 breaths in and out through the right nostril, keeping the left nostril closed with the ring finger. So the thumb hovers, the index finger hover above the right nostril. Five seconds in and 5 seconds out. Feel the belly expand as you breathe in. And drop back as you breathe out. And when you've completed your 5 rounds through the left nostril, through the right nostril, and then we're closing that right nostril and inhaling slowly through the left and exhaling slowly through the left, the 3 breaths, just the left nostril. And when you've completed those 3 breaths, close the left nostril and take 3 slow breaths in and out through the right nostril. And when you've completed your 3 breaths through the right nostril, release the hand and inhale slowly, exhale slowly through both nostrils. And when you've completed your 3 rounds, release the hand and lie down. Make sure that you're comfortable. And again, with these relaxations, they are open-ended, so you can choose to come out of them when you need to. So the recording will finish And you can either remain in Shavasana or coming out when you need to. So taking some time to drop into the back body. And allow the breath to move in and out from the belly. And again, the breath anchoring you to the experience of being here and now. Noticing the breath, a subtle sound or a texture. Notice how the body meets the ground. Become aware of its edges. With each out breath, there's that sense of release, sense of creating space. Just letting go of anything that you no longer need. Just breathing it out, letting it go. As you rest effortlessly. And as you breathe out, just have a sense of space. Newfound space. Sense of space in the toes. Around the knees. Sense of space in the hips as the legs relax. And as the belly rises and drops back, that sense of space in the belly. A soft, boneless belly. And as you breathe out and relax the shoulders, that sense of space between the shoulders and the ears. As you relax the jaw, a sense of space in the hinges of the jaw. As you relax the eyes, that sense of space between the eyebrows. So with each out breath, that release, sense of space. And with this new sense of space, you may choose to invite a quality that maybe you feel that you need a little bit more of. It may be patience, maybe kindness, maybe gentleness towards yourself as well as others. So whatever that quality, strength, good health, just invite it into the body. Invite it in. And allow it to settle. This quality. Maybe peace. Allow it to settle into the bones. And the muscles. All the joints. as you relax. And finishing with a few kind words. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be healthy. May I be strong. And may I be happy. And may all beings be happy.